Welcome to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries. What if you could flip a switch in your mind and suddenly transform every aspect of your life? What if the secret to success, happiness, and personal fulfillment wasn't some complicated formula, but a simple shift in the way you think? In Attitude is Everything, Change Your Attitude, and You Change Your Life, Jeff Keller argues that the single most powerful tool we have for transforming our lives isn't talent, luck, or opportunity, it's our attitude. From the very first page, Keller challenges you to take a hard look at how your attitude is shaping your experiences. Whether you realize it or not, the way you think influences the way you act, and the way you act determines your results. Positive thinking isn't just a cliché, it's a mindset that can literally change your life. But Keller goes beyond motivational slogans. He shows you exactly how to shift your attitude in a way that creates real, tangible results in your personal and professional life. The book is filled with relatable stories of people who have used a change in mindset to overcome adversity and achieve extraordinary success. Keller himself was once stuck in a rut, working as a lawyer, feeling unfulfilled and unsure of his future. But by changing his attitude, he was able to completely transform his life, leaving his law career behind to become a motivational speaker, writer, and personal development coach. Keller's own journey serves as proof that anyone can change their circumstances by first changing their mindset. In Attitude is Everything, Keller breaks down the process of attitude transformation into 3 key steps: thinking, speaking, and acting. It all starts with how you think, whether you believe you can achieve your goals or whether you're constantly telling yourself that you'll fail. Keller emphasizes that thoughts have power, and that by cultivating a mindset of positivity and possibility, you open yourself up to new opportunities. But thinking is only the beginning. Keller goes on to explain how your words shape your reality. If you're constantly complaining or speaking negatively about yourself and your circumstances, you're reinforcing a mindset of failure. On the other hand, using positive, empowering language can help shift your perspective and build the confidence you need to succeed. He offers practical exercises and techniques for training yourself to speak in ways that support your goals, instead of sabotaging them. Finally, Keller shows how the right attitude naturally leads to the right actions. It's not enough to just think and speak positively, you have to follow through with action. But when your mindset is aligned with your goals, you'll find it much easier to take the necessary steps toward achieving them. Keller provides actionable strategies for staying motivated, overcoming challenges, and turning your dreams into reality. In Attitude is Everything, Jeff Keller offers more than just inspiration, he gives you a blueprint for lasting change. By mastering your attitude, you can unlock the potential that's already within you and start living the life you've always wanted. Whether you're facing career challenges, personal struggles, or simply looking for a fresh perspective, this book will show you how to harness the power of your mind to change your world. Introduction: The Power of Attitude. In Attitude is Everything, Change Your Attitude, and You Change Your Life, Jeff Keller explores the transformative power of a positive attitude. The book is based on the simple but profound belief that your attitude shapes your experiences, and by shifting your mindset, you can unlock new opportunities for success, happiness, and fulfillment. Keller's own life is a testament to this philosophy. He was once a struggling attorney, unhappy with his career and uncertain about his future. But through a series of small but significant mindset shifts, he turned his life around, becoming a motivational speaker, author, and coach. Keller's story is not just an inspirational tale, but also a practical guide for readers looking to improve their lives by adjusting their attitude. The book is divided into 3 parts, each exploring a different aspect of how attitude affects life outcomes. Through a mix of personal anecdotes, practical exercises, and motivational quotes, Keller shows readers how they can apply the lessons he learned to their own lives. Part 1: Success Begins in the Mind. The first section of the book emphasizes that everything begins with your thoughts. Your attitude towards life, whether positive or negative, comes directly from your thought patterns. Keller argues that if you can control and direct your thoughts, you can control the direction of your life. He presents this idea in 3 key lessons. 1. Your attitude is your window to the world. Keller begins by likening attitude to a window that affects how we see the world. If our mental window is dirty, clogged by negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, and past failures, we will view the world through a distorted lens. Conversely, a clean mental window allows us to see clearly and embrace opportunities. The idea here is that negative attitudes cloud our ability to see the good in situations, preventing us from taking action or achieving success. Keller emphasizes that it's up to each individual to clean their own window, to remove negativity and replace it with positive, empowering thoughts. 2. You're a human magnet, the law of attraction. Next, Keller introduces the law of attraction, which states that we attract into our lives whatever we focus on. He explains that thoughts are like magnets. If you focus on positive outcomes, you will draw positive experiences into your life. On the flip side, if you constantly think about failure, disappointment, or problems, you will attract more of the same. Next, Keller introduces the law of attraction, which states that we attract into our lives whatever we focus on. He explains that thoughts are like magnets. If you focus on positive outcomes, you will draw positive experiences into your life. On the flip side, if you constantly think about failure, disappointment, or problems, you will attract more of the same. Keller shares how this principle has worked in his own life, illustrating how changing his mindset from one of doubt and fear to one of optimism and confidence brought about positive changes. He encourages readers to be mindful of their thoughts and to focus on what they want to achieve, rather than what they fear might happen. 3. Picture your way to success, the power of visualization. The final lesson in this section focuses on visualization, which Keller describes as the process of creating vivid mental images of the success you want to achieve. He explains that the mind cannot distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences, so when you visualize yourself succeeding, you are essentially programming your mind for success. Keller recounts how he used visualization to achieve his goals, from becoming a successful speaker to improving his personal life. He encourages readers to spend a few minutes each day visualizing their goals as already achieved, which helps to align their actions and attitudes toward making those goals a reality. Part 2. Watch your words. In the second section, Keller shifts focus to the power of language. He argues that the words we use, whether in conversation with others or in self-talk, have a profound impact on our attitude and, by extension, our success in life. 1. How are you? Words that make or break you. Keller begins this section by discussing how casual phrases can affect our mindset. Simple greetings like "How are you?" may seem inconsequential, but Keller argues that our habitual responses to such questions reveal a lot about our overall attitude. If you often respond with phrases like "I'm surviving" or "I've been better," you're reinforcing a mindset of struggle and dissatisfaction. Instead, Keller encourages readers to choose words that reflect positivity and optimism, even in small everyday conversations. Phrases like "I'm doing great" or "I'm fantastic" can, over time, help cultivate a more positive attitude, which in turn will attract better experiences. 2. Your words shape your reality. The next lesson builds on this concept, emphasizing that the language we use shapes our reality. Keller explains that words are powerful tools for creating the life we want. Negative language, e.g., "I can't," "It's too hard," "I'll never succeed," reinforces negative beliefs and limits our potential. Conversely, positive and empowering language, e.g., "I can," "It's challenging but doable," "I'm learning every day," opens the door to new possibilities. Keller shares examples from his own life where a simple shift in language helped him overcome challenges. By consciously choosing to speak positively, he was able to change his mindset and attract opportunities that aligned with his goals. 3. Stop complaining, the silent killer of success. In this chapter, Keller tackles the habit of complaining, which he describes as one of the biggest barriers to success. Complaining not only reinforces a negative mindset but also alienates people who could otherwise be allies or supporters in your journey towards success. Keller points out that while it's normal to feel frustrated at times, dwelling on problems and verbalizing complaints only amplifies negativity. Instead, he recommends focusing on solutions. When faced with a challenge, rather than complaining, ask yourself, "What can I do to improve this situation?" This shift from problem-focused thinking to solution-oriented thinking is a key aspect of maintaining a positive attitude. Part 3: Heaven helps those who act. In the third section, Keller moves from the internal aspects of attitude, thoughts and words, to the external, action. He emphasizes that a positive attitude alone isn't enough. You must take consistent action to bring about the results you want in life. 1. The power of commitment: action beats inaction. Keller begins by explaining the importance of commitment in achieving success. Many people have good intentions and positive attitudes, but they fail to take the necessary steps to bring their dreams to fruition. Keller stresses that action is what ultimately leads to success. Without it, all the positive thinking in the world won't make a difference. He advises readers to make a firm commitment to their goals and to take consistent, purposeful action every day. He illustrates this point with stories of people who, despite facing significant obstacles, achieved remarkable success by staying committed and taking action. 2. Turning failure into success: persistence pays off. In this chapter, Keller explores the inevitable role of failure in the journey to success. He explains that failure is not something to be feared or avoided, rather, it's an essential part of the learning process. Successful people, Keller argues, are those who don't give up when they encounter setbacks. Instead, they view failures as opportunities to learn, grow, and improve. Keller shares his own experiences of failure and how he used those moments as stepping stones to greater success. He encourages readers to adopt a similar mindset, recognizing that persistence and resilience are key to overcoming obstacles and achieving long-term goals. 3. Surround yourself with positive influences. The final lesson in this section focuses on the importance of surrounding yourself with people who support and uplift you. Keller argues that the people you spend time with have a significant impact on your attitude and, by extension, your success. Negative, pessimistic people can drain your energy and reinforce self-doubt, while positive, supportive people can help you stay motivated and focused on your goals. Keller encourages readers to evaluate their social circles and make conscious choices about who they spend time with. He suggests seeking out mentors, friends, and colleagues who share a positive outlook and can offer encouragement and guidance. Deep dive into Keller's concepts. 1. The foundation of success: the inner game. One of the most profound messages Jeff Keller conveys throughout Attitude is Everything is that success is largely an inner game. Many people think external circumstances, such as the economy, their background, or connections, are the primary determinants of success. Keller counters this by asserting that what truly makes the difference is our mindset, how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. For example, two people could face the same obstacle, but their reactions might be completely different depending on their attitudes. The person with a positive, growth-oriented mindset will see the challenge as a learning opportunity and rise to the occasion, while someone with a negative attitude might feel defeated before even trying. Keller's point is that attitude shapes behavior, and behavior shapes results. He insists that cultivating the right inner dialogue is critical for personal and professional success. Practical application: whenever you face a challenge, ask yourself, how can I use this to grow? This simple shift in perception can turn even the toughest situations into opportunities for personal development. Keep a journal where you reflect on your challenges and how you transform them into learning experiences. 2. Cultivating a resilient attitude: the power of bounce back. Resilience is a recurring theme in Keller's work. He emphasizes that a positive attitude doesn't mean you'll never face setbacks, it means you'll bounce back from them more quickly and with greater resolve. Keller highlights that life is unpredictable, and the key to thriving is not avoiding adversity but learning how to handle it with grace, determination, and optimism. He encourages readers to adopt a mindset of flexibility, understanding that setbacks are temporary and can often lead to unexpected opportunities. The ability to stay calm and focused in the face of adversity is what distinguishes successful individuals from those who give up when things get tough. Keller draws on his personal story of transitioning from an unsatisfactory legal career to becoming a successful motivational speaker. He faced many rejections and challenges along the way, but his resilience, fueled by a positive attitude, kept him moving forward. He advises readers to embrace failure as part of the journey, stressing that how you handle failure often determines your future success. Practical application: create a resilience toolkit that includes strategies for bouncing back after setbacks. This could involve activities like meditation, talking with a mentor, or reading inspiring books. The next time you face a challenge, rather than feeling discouraged, open your resilience toolkit and use those tools to regain your composure and focus. 3. The role of gratitude in shaping attitude. Keller devotes significant attention to the practice of gratitude and how it can dramatically shift one's outlook on life. He explains that when we focus on what we have, rather than what we lack, our attitude automatically becomes more positive. Gratitude cultivates abundance thinking, which opens doors for more opportunities, better relationships, and greater success. He recommends a daily gratitude practice, whether through journaling or simply reflecting on 3 things you're grateful for each morning. According to Keller, this simple act can rewire the brain to focus on positive aspects of life, which in turn creates a positive feedback loop, where positivity leads to more positivity. Practical application: every morning, before starting your day, list 3 things you are grateful for. Make this a consistent practice. Over time, you'll notice that your mindset will shift toward positivity, which will help you handle challenges with greater ease and attract more favorable circumstances. 4. Visualization and the role of imagination in success. A powerful tool Keller advocates for in achieving success is the practice of visualization. This isn't a new concept. Many successful individuals, from athletes to entrepreneurs, have talked about the power of imagining success before it happens. But Keller breaks down visualization in a way that's accessible and actionable for readers of all backgrounds. Visualization, Keller explains, is more than just daydreaming. It's about creating a vivid mental image of the outcome you want to achieve and focusing on that image regularly. By doing so, you essentially train your brain to believe that the success you envision is not only possible but inevitable. This belief system drives your actions and decisions, aligning them with the desired outcome. Keller underscores that many people fail not because of lack of talent or opportunity, but because they can't see themselves succeeding. Visualization helps to overcome this mental barrier, programming your subconscious mind to work toward your goals. Practical application: set aside 5 to 10 minutes daily to visualize a specific goal. Imagine it in as much detail as possible, what you'll see, hear, and feel when you achieve it. Keller suggests doing this especially in the morning or before bed, when the mind is most receptive to suggestions. Visualizing success can give you the mental boost you need to take real-world action. 5. Language and its impact on attitude. Keller highlights how the words we use, both in our internal dialogue and external communication, profoundly affect our attitude and success. Words are not just descriptors, they shape our reality. Negative language reinforces a negative mindset, while positive, empowering language shifts our thinking and helps create a positive reality. For instance, if you habitually say things like, "I'll never succeed," or "I can't do this," you're reinforcing a self-limiting belief system. In contrast, using language like, "I can handle this," or "I'll find a way," instills a sense of possibility and proactivity. Keller insists that the words we use act as mental programming, and we must be vigilant in using language that supports our goals rather than undermines them. Keller stresses that it's not just about being happy-go-lucky all the time, but about being intentional with the language you use. He provides practical exercises where readers can monitor their speech patterns and replace negative phrases with positive ones. Practical application: over the course of a week, make a conscious effort to observe the language you use in everyday situations. Whenever you catch yourself using negative or limiting words, stop and rephrase your statement in a more positive and empowering way. For example, if you say, "This is too hard," change it to, "This is a challenge, but I can figure it out." 6. Surround yourself with positive influences. Keller is adamant about the influence of our social circle on our mindset and, by extension, our success. He explains that our attitude is often a reflection of the people we spend the most time with. If you're constantly around negative, pessimistic people, their mindset will start to rub off on you, no matter how optimistic you are. Conversely, surrounding yourself with positive, driven, and uplifting individuals can elevate your attitude and push you to achieve greater things. The key, Keller says, is to be discerning about who you allow into your life. It's not about cutting people off cold turkey, but about consciously choosing to spend more time with those who support your growth and less with those who hold you back. He encourages readers to actively seek out mentors, positive friends, and colleagues who share their values and vision for success. These positive relationships can serve as a source of encouragement, accountability, and inspiration. Practical application: take stock of your social circle. Identify people who consistently uplift and motivate you, and make an effort to spend more time with them. Simultaneously, distance yourself from negative influences who drain your energy or dampen your optimism. The transformative nature of attitude, Keller's final message. Throughout Attitude is Everything, Jeff Keller makes it clear that while external circumstances can play a role in shaping your life, the most significant factor is your attitude. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond that determines your success or failure. Keller's philosophy is that every individual has the power to change their life by changing their thoughts, words, and actions. This shift doesn't require years of training or extraordinary talent, it's a matter of choice. The way you approach life's challenges, the way you talk to yourself, and the actions you take in the face of adversity all stem from the mindset you choose to cultivate. By following Keller's principles, anyone can cultivate a winning attitude, achieve their goals, and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. Practical applications: bringing Keller's lessons to life. One of the most valuable aspects of Attitude is Everything is the practicality of its advice. Keller doesn't just offer motivational platitudes, he provides actionable steps that readers can implement in their daily lives. Here are some practical ways to apply Keller's lessons. 1. Mindset shift exercise. Start each day by writing down 3 positive thoughts or affirmations. This simple practice can help you begin the day with a positive mindset and set the tone for the rest of your day. 2. Visualization practice. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself achieving a specific goal. Create a mental picture of what success looks and feels like. This practice will help align your thoughts and actions with your desired outcome. 3. Language audit. Pay attention to the words you use throughout the day. Are you using negative, limiting language? If so, consciously replace those phrases with more positive, empowering alternatives. 4. Action plan. Identify a goal you want to achieve and create a step-by-step action plan. Break the goal down into small, manageable tasks and commit to taking action every day, no matter how small. 5. Surround yourself with positivity. Evaluate your social circle and identify individuals who inspire and motivate you. Make an effort to spend more time with those who have a positive influence on your attitude and outlook. Practical tips from the book. To wrap up this comprehensive exploration of Keller's work, here are a few additional practical tips that readers can implement. 1. Affirmations. Write down positive affirmations that align with your goals. Repeat them daily to reinforce your desired mindset. 2. Goal setting. Break down your long-term goals into smaller, actionable steps. Focus on completing these steps consistently rather than worrying about the overall outcome. 3. Celebrate small wins. Recognize and celebrate even the smallest successes. This will keep you motivated and reinforce the belief that you're moving in the right direction. 4. Stay solution-oriented. Whenever you encounter a problem, immediately shift your focus to finding solutions. Train your mind to ask, "What can I do?" rather than dwelling on why something went wrong. 5. Keep learning. Stay curious and keep learning. A growth mindset, which embraces continuous learning, is one of the best ways to maintain a positive attitude in the face of life's inevitable changes. Final thoughts. Attitude is the key to success. Attitude is Everything by Jeff Keller is a powerful reminder that success begins in the mind. By changing your thoughts, words, and actions, you can transform your life in ways you never imagined. Keller's practical advice, combined with his personal experiences and motivational insights, makes this book a valuable resource for anyone looking to improve their life. The book is a must-read for individuals who feel stuck in their current circumstances, as well as for those who are already on a path to success but want to take their achievements to the next level. Whether you're seeking personal growth, professional advancement, or a deeper sense of fulfillment, Attitude is Everything offers the tools and mindset shifts needed to create lasting change. Through a combination of self-awareness, positive thinking, and purposeful action, Keller shows that attitude truly is everything. The lessons in this book are timeless and applicable to anyone, regardless of their current situation or future aspirations. With the right attitude, anything is possible. Conclusion: the power of attitude to transform your life. As we close, the final chapter of Attitude is Everything by Jeff Keller, one resounding message echoes: your attitude truly shapes the trajectory of your life. Throughout the book, Keller has shown us that the key to unlocking our full potential lies not in external circumstances, but within our minds. Changing our attitude can spark a profound shift in how we view challenges, how we seize opportunities, and ultimately, how we define our success. At its core, Keller's philosophy is simple yet powerful: positive thoughts lead to positive actions, which in turn lead to positive results. This chain reaction begins with our mindset. Whether you're striving to overcome personal challenges, excel in your career, or achieve a lifelong dream, the way you think about these situations can either propel you forward or hold you back. One of the greatest takeaways from Attitude is Everything is the idea that we have full control over how we respond to life's ups and downs. While we can't always control the events that happen around us, we can control our reactions. This shift from victimhood to empowerment is liberating. Keller reminds us that by adopting a mindset of resilience and optimism, we can navigate even the toughest obstacles with grace and determination. But Keller doesn't just stop at positive thinking. He stresses that attitude alone isn't enough, you need to take action. Positive thoughts fuel positive behaviors, but it's through consistent, deliberate effort that you can achieve meaningful change. Keller's emphasis on taking responsibility for your life, setting clear goals, and persistently working toward them is a vital lesson for anyone looking to create lasting success. Another important aspect of Keller's teachings is the role of self-talk. The way we speak to ourselves has a tremendous impact on our self-esteem and belief in what's possible. By challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with affirming, constructive ones, we can rewire our mindset to align with success. Keller's practical advice on cultivating empowering inner dialogue helps readers build a strong foundation for self-confidence and perseverance. As you move forward, it's essential to remember that attitude is not something you change once and forget about. It's a practice, a daily commitment to viewing life through a lens of opportunity rather than limitation. Keller's book serves as a reminder that we are the architects of our own lives, and our attitude is the blueprint. In conclusion, Attitude is Everything isn't just a book, it's a guide to living a life of purpose, positivity, and power. Jeff Keller leaves us with the inspiring realization that by changing how we think, we can change how we live. As you continue your journey, remember that the most important choice you make each day is your attitude. Choose wisely, and the life you desire will follow. Please read the book to learn more and consider subscribing to support the channel. Thank you.